my YouTube channel. My name is Daniel Carl and my friend name is Edwin. We're going to talk about the topic crystallized intelligence. Crystallized intelligence involves the ability to deduce secondary information abstraction by applying previous learned primary abstraction. It is the ability to use learned information and past experiences to solve problems and make decisions at present. Try to think of this as your personal encyclopedia of knowledge, where it is the ability to apply what you learned in the past to solve problems and making decisions. Moreover, crystallized intelligence refers to the accumulation of knowledge, skills, and facts that an individual acquire throughout their life through experience, education, and cultural exposure. In this presentation, we're going to talk about four aspects of life that we acquire crystallized intelligence. Firstly is the cultural influence. The second is the accumulated knowledge. Thirdly is the experience based, and finally is the social interactions.
I'm going to emphasize on the first point on how culture influence ability to think critically and integrate out their prior knowledge to the real life situation. Culture shapes specific skills, knowledge, and values in a particular person. Within a society, culture really influence the learners and whatever become part of their crystallized intelligence. For example, knowledge of local history, traditions, social norms are part of their culture. Therefore, since they involve in their culture, it becomes part of them and it stays in their long-term memory. Whatever the culture influence a particular learner, it becomes part of him. And whatever the culture influence a particular learner is unlike the fluid intelligence, which the knowledge skills acquired over time can only be used or utilized in a short period only. The memory fades over time. As you can see the plot graph where the knowledge skills and values faded over time. Whereas for the crystallized intelligence, where it influenced by the culture, it enables the learners to use it, or the accumulated knowledge can be integrated by a person. They can use it even in the old age or over time in the long term. So when we talk about the cultural influence, what are all these cultural influence? For us, Papua New Guinea, we have diverse cultures and traditions that are part of our culture, and it really influence our life. Culture can be traditional storytelling, traditional way of doing things. All these are part of our culture, and it really influences us, and it become part of our crystallized intelligence, where the knowledge we learned over time become part of us and we are able to retrieve it. For example, making balloons. Making balloons is part of our culture for the women. Women say their knowledge and skills on how to make different styles or patterns or balloons become part of the woman, and the women have to say their knowledge to their younger daughters or those who don't know how to make balloon, so that they will be able to make different patterns and styles of balloon. The other classical example can be the knowledge of how to operate pig. Southern Highlands province, especially the Walo tribes of Mendi, they value the way of operating pig. Operating pig is part of their culture and they value it. The person who knows how to operate pig has to impart or have to say the knowledge he has to the younger ones, especially the young boys. That expert who knows how to operate pig have to tell the young learners to come closer so that he can help him to observe and learn how to operate pig, because operating pig is valued in the Southern Highlands province, the Walo tribe. This become a part of their crystallized intelligence, and what they learn, what they observe, and what they do within a particular culture become part of their life, and they can integrate it in whatever situations they go through. Furthermore, different people or different society practice a different way of living. In agricultural practice or traditional dancings and all these are different from each society. As you can see, the face painting, the headdress practice of Jiwaka people and Western Highlands people varies from what the Southern Highlands and Enga people dress, or in what ways they dress, in what ways they sing. Different method of singing for different ritual practice become part of their life, and it varies and they value it, and that become part of their crystallized intelligence.
The second point explained will be accumulated knowledge. Crystallized intelligence is the manifestation of accumulated knowledge, meaning the wealth of information, facts, and skills and understanding that an individual has throughout their life. This accumulation of knowledge happens through various places over time, so formal learning, reading, etc. A classical example would be like going to school and get educated, and then you develop this particular learning as part of your life. A classical example would be going to school, gain knowledge, and then you apply it or practice it as part of your life. The more you learn, the richer your crystallized intelligence becomes. Accumulated knowledge is the cognitive ability to access the stored information you have and use it as part of your life to solve problems. Think of it as a well-stored library in your mind, where the crystallized intelligence helps to retrieve those information in your mind and you use it to or you use it to solve problems daily. Okay, just think of it as a well-stored library in your mind.
The third point is learning through experiential people. Learning progress well when you experience something or when you try out new things through the supervision of experts, or you try to do it something, and when you figure out that something is wrong, you realize your mistakes, then you are able to come up with new knowledge and skills, and you become expert of what you try it out by learning from your mistakes. So this is how, one way or the other way, where crystallized intelligence can be built over time by trying out things. In the current technological era where we are into, we can also learn through experienced people, where it normally coincide with informal education throughout the world. For the young learner, learning usually okay in the classroom settings, where new knowledge and skills have to be learned in the classrooms, so that they become expert or specialized in a specific context. Like students who want to be a computer scientist has to learn mathematics, or has to master the skills and knowledge of mathematics in the classroom context first. From there on, he or she become the expert of computer programming and all this, because he or she learned mathematics. But then we can learn and become expert through informal learning, by learning from the experienced people, or by trying it out. Furthermore, those who want to become expert in inventing vehicle like mechanics, they went through a formal education to become mechanic, so that they can be able to name the different sections and parts of the vehicles or motors, so that they can be able to differentiate and analyze or find out the technical faults in a vehicle, so that they know exactly where the problem okay, and they can be able to fix it. But that knowledge, that professional who went through the formal education systems, can also use his knowledge to learn others in informal way, not in the classroom settings. Like a professional who go around build and try to fix a vehicle, but he himself cannot fix the vehicle. He needs someone to help him, so that he can help him pass on the tools, or whatever need he need. He need an assistance, therefore he need to look for someone. But that person who will help him or her may not be a mechanic, but when that they go around with the mechanics, so whenever the problem arises, he can be able to fix a vehicle, a truck by himself skillfully, because he have gone through it with an expert, and he or she knows the tools and the parts and the diagnostic skills. He already know where the technical faults have occurred, so he can be able to fix the vehicle without any supervisions or support, and he become the expert, and that is what we call the crystallized intelligence.
Fourth bullet point explained will be social interaction. Social interaction of peers are involved in developing and refining crystallized intelligence. It's the ability to apply knowledge, skills, and practices that we learn from our peers, friends, or people that we used to interact with daily, people we used to interact with or hang out with daily. A classical example would be if you are a sportsless person, but if your friend usually plays sports, then his influence can make you play that particular sport. And then while playing it for over more than sometimes, it will develop into an habit so that you will like have more interest in playing those sports, and all the rules, regulations of laws of that particular sport stays in your crystallized intelligence. Like as the time goes by, the more you committed to that particular sport, the more or the bigger your crystallized intelligence becomes. Another classical example would be a person from Tolai learning his friend from Chimbu out to do Aigermu. So when there is a big event or like small party in his house, he can do like Aigermu to the Chimbu people so that they can enjoy the meal.
To conclude, crystallized intelligence is a fascinating cognitive ability that rooted into our lifetime. Learning does not occur only in the classroom settings, but it can also occur through an informal way, like through participation, observations, hands-on experience, and when we involve the learners through experience or through storytelling and practice, it enables them to develop their cognitive ability to think critically and so develop problem-solving skills. This is how this is how it develops crystallized intelligence. Therefore, in order for one to learners to be able to think critically and solve to develop problem solving skills, we need to teach them or learn them in three-dimensional way, not only in the theory, but we can involve them in any situations, like the one of the philosopher Confucius 450 BC has stated that we have to involve them so that they will remember. Without involving them in any situations, it will lead them to forget, like the flute intelligence. This is all from us. Thank you for